Nobody talks about the rules of what to look for when shopping for the right kitchen faucet, so I'm going to show you what to look for and what makes sense in your kitchen. One of the most important details to look for in these faucets is the actual height and if it's going to work in your space. The last thing you want to do is get a beautiful sculptural kitchen faucet like this and it doesn't actually fit with your upper cabinets. If you have your sink against the window, you can go for any size. Second on the list is going to be a pull-down nozzle with a spray option. I personally love these super minimal style ones that come out and have a really sleek design to it. That way you don't have any interruption on the faucet design and it's its own sculptural piece versus something like this that has more of that traditional style with the pull down, which is really cool, but I find it comes off very commercial looking. I usually always recommend a flared base.
What do you mean by that?
In this situation, I'm not a huge fan of the shape of this one. I much prefer this minimal style that comes all the way down and doesn't interrupt the actual profile of the fixture. I always gravitate towards a gooseneck. I find the shape is so much more timeless than going with one of these industrial looking crooked ones, which can work depending on the style, but I find it doesn't have that same timeless appeal to it. The only time I would ever recommend mixing metal is if you have these two finishes repeated in the rest of the kitchen. If you're gonna have just a statement faucet like this, it's gonna feel really out of place because these finishes don't coincide with anything else in the room. The tactile experience when using these utilitarian items is really important. Because you're using this every single day, you need to enjoy actually touching it and using it operationally. Whether you enjoy this more minimal kind of like turn style disc, or if you like the lever control to turn on and off. The location of these levers is also really important to where it's installed. Because some of these operate all the way back, you need to actually have enough space for this to work versus something like this that doesn't go back, it only goes forward. This is much safer if you have a tighter space. Bonus detail, some people like having this counterbalance so it automatically goes all the way up versus a lot of the newer models like this that don't have the counterbalance. This does give you a lot more control so it doesn't automatically come up. So keep that in mind for your personal preference, how you're actually using your sink.